No, June 5th, coming at The Intercept, from The Intercept. ICE official reveals miserable conditions for U.S. immigrants at Djibouti prison. Fun name, horrible story. Let's get into it. Top immigration and customs enforcement officials on Thursday. Wait, is that ICE full name?
What?
A top immigration and customs enforcement official. Okay, sorry.
A top ICE official.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm saying top immigration. I get it. I just didn't realize I was saying ICE's full name.
Yeah.
I felt like the mom. Immigration and customs enforcement.
Yes.
If you don't, sorry.
Yes, because you're mad at them right now.
I am mad at them right now.
So you're saying their middle name.
I said immigration and customs enforcement officials. If you don't get downstairs right now.
If you don't stop doing fascism right now, if you don't stop doing the Third Reich immediately.
If you don't put down that immigrant, I'm going to. No, all right. A top immigration and customs enforcement official on Thursday detailed appalling and unsafe conditions faced by a group of deportees and the government officials guarding them at the U.S. military base in the Horn of African nation of Djibouti. Melissa Harper, the number 2 official at ICE Enforcement and Removal Operations, bemoaned a lack of adequate security equipment at the U.S.-based Camp Lemonnier. In a sworn court declaration, she described illness among the detainees and government agents, inadequate medical care, in a 100-degree outdoor temperature. She detailed risk of malaria, exposure to smoke from nearby burn pits, and potential attacks from militants in Yemen. And even worse, they were forced to listen to nothing but Afro beats for 6 days. It's not they don't like it. It's just, play some like Cardi B. All right, I'll get back. The aliens are currently being held in a conference room in converted Conex shipping container. Let me reread that again. The aliens, which
and this is quoting, obviously, the fact.
Like, Jesus Christ.
This is a quote from an ICE lady. The aliens.
That was not me.
And this is her trying to be sympathetic to them.
Yeah.
The poor aliens.
the monsters.
The poor monsters. They're hot. They're sweating.
Yeah, what the fuck is aliens, mom?
Do you know aliens sweat just as we do? It's gross, and they're doing that.
The not humans are currently being held in a conference room in converted Conex shipping container on the U.S. naval base in Camp Lemonnier. They are currently, I'm rereading this, being held in a conference room in a converted Conex shipping. They're in a shipping container. Mm-hmm. They are being held in a shipping container. It was a lot of words to get the shipping container, but that's where they are. That's in Djibouti in 100-degree weather. This is in the middle of a Yemenis militant.
Well, I mean, look, that she can shut the fuck up about the Yemen shit because I'll say
get him, Joffrey. Get her ass, Joffrey.
Oh, here Joffrey goes again. You can shut the fuck up about the Yemen shit. Because let's go back. Why do we have a base in Djibouti in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, we could go back to going back on a topic we were just talking about, a Democratic president. Obama, thanks Obama, for this military base in Djibouti. Why? So we could bomb Yemen and bomb Somalia. That is the whole reason of this military base existing in the first place. Thanks Obama. And now it is being used to house migrants we are trying to deport. And this is something we've done throughout. Clinton used to. There was a time he housed Haitian migrants in Guantanamo Bay, and taking our military bases that / CIA black sites, and eventually using them on migrants is a running theme in America. We're seeing it again right here. So yeah, it's like, oh my God, are the Yemenis gonna bomb us? Yeah, they might, bitch. They fucking might bomb y'all. That's a reality.
They'll post about it on Twitter because they have a crazy Twitter page.
Yeah.
The Yemenis military Twitter page. Have you seen?
I mean, honestly, they're not gonna bomb Djibouti. I mean, they're out here fighting the good fight against Israel. So shout out to my boys in the Houthi. All right, I gotta ask Andrea to remove that part.
Where you side with Hamas? Yeah, well.
Yeah, just kidding, y'all.
I'm just kidding. Where was I? The aliens are currently being held. The aliens are currently being held in a conference room in a converted Conex shipping container on the U.S. naval base in Camp Lemonnier, said Harper in a sworn declaration in federal court in Massachusetts. This has been identified as the only viable place to house the aliens, apparently, a shipping container. We have a giant planet And the only place we got the shipping container in Djibouti next to this war.
Yeah.
What?
And she's complaining about it. She's like, guys, please give us another place besides this shipping container.
8 detainees from Cuba, Laos, Mexico, Myanmar, South Sudan, and Vietnam who had been convicted of serious crimes in the U.S. were flown to the military base last month after the Trump administration attempted to expel them to South Sudan. A judge blocked that expulsion, telling the administration they cannot send the men to war-stricken country before they are given an opportunity to contest their deportation. Now in prison in Djibouti, the men are currently supervised by 11 ICE personnel with 2 other ICE employees serving as a medical staff. Those officials, Harper said in court, do not have the capacity to maintain constant surveillance, custody, and care of the detainees. Trina Realmuto, a lawyer for the immigrants in the case, told The Intercept that the government brought this situation upon itself. The judge gave the government a choice as to how to remedy the government's violation of the court's order, either return them and comply with the order in the United States or comply with the order overseas, she said. The government opted to comply overseas after telling the court that they had the ability to do so. This is a situation the government both created and can remedy if it so chooses. Okay, so yeah, can we enforce any? I'm really learning that, there's no enforcement. What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? It makes your checks and balances start making real less sense when you see like, all right, well, you're trying to check them, but you don't got no power. What you gonna do?
It's like gender. It's a construct.
Well,
it's like the UN. It's a construct.
Do you arrest them? So you have so that whole thing was fake. It's feeling like
and just the idea that he wanted to send them to South Sudan is so cruel and psycho and like Joker-like behavior. Like I'm gonna send you to South Sudan right now. Ha 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 ha. Damn. Is insane.
I have no idea what's going on in South Sudan. Is it what?
It's a civil war going on right now.
Shit. Damn. I mean, I'm at damn.
Yeah, the whole Sudanese humanitarian crisis going on right now. The RSF, they're slaughtering villages. It's, dude. This guy writes for the Daily Show.
I can't keep track with every fucking civil war, man. Damn.
There's not that many happening.
Let me watch an anime or two. Fuck, dog. Let me take a break.
All right. Well, now you know.
I know.
Now you know that if anyone offers for you to go to South Sudan, you could say no.
Okay.
Say I'd rather be in a shipping container in Djibouti. Because honestly, that is better than being in South Sudan right now. But yeah, I mean, the reason why I chose this article is it again is a window into a broader theme we have in our podcast is like all the shit we see that the police are increasingly doing to us domestically with the surveillance, with the militarized forces and violence we have to deal with. It all is the last step in a process that begins on foreign ground, that begins when they use these things on foreign soil. And guess what? We allow it.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean I'm including liberal-minded people, quote-unquote liberal, the people who want to care about human rights that don't want these things to happen domestically. Well, this is what happens when we allow them non-domestically first, under even Democratic presidents like Obama, who built this base to bomb Yemen and Somalia in the first place, and Democratic presidents like Biden that allow genocides to take place. You don't think that's going to have fucking domestic consequences? We're living through them indirectly right now as we speak.
Yeah, I feel like all of it, and they get our consent as soon as you label them, as soon as you agree that these other people are criminals or whatever easy ass label you can other them by and make them not even second class citizens, basically make them just like trash in your eyes. They can be thrown away. As soon as you do that for an entire group of people, you're opening up the door just psychologically to just replace that group. Once we're done with that group, we'll still have the infrastructure and tools to surveil people, use Palantir, whatever it's called, use AI to find people and track them. And we'll have all this surveillance state-ass technology, and now we'll just need a a group to use them on, and next it'll be Antifa, whatever group that they can just put a psychological playbook into your mind and be like, this is the bad group, this is the enemy of the week, the monster of the week. Can't like let's get on them, and it's gonna only get closer and closer and closer to you until it's just like I can only imagine like. It's going to be used on the population. It's being used on the population.
And it's going to go much beyond surveillance. I mean, just in L.A. this past week, the Border Patrol admitted that it was using Predator drones. The Predator drones are the drones we use in Iraq and Yemen, the ones that have fucking missiles attached to them. Yeah. Those are the ones that were now flying over L.A. during these protests. And just thank God that, because the guy controlling it was like, all right, fire. I mean, sorry. Don't fire. It's just sorry, force of habit right over there. But yes, now we have a great vantage point.
Oh, but that's how they.
But you can fire if you wanted to. No one's gonna.
But the people they give the weapons to are the people they know are going to click, and all those people who are going to click are fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine your intrusive thoughts for one. Every human being just has intrusive.
Dude, this is not an intrusive thought. This is an intrusive blueprint, an intrusive plan,
that's what
an intrusive
execution.
It's
intrusive, all that shit. But they expect me to think that they'll be nuanced and calm and like, but this is a rational, cold, calculating human who would never make any decision that sounds like, no, this nigga's has the same human brain that everybody else has and fucking is a psychopath. I don't trust none of these people. Yeah. But we
just fucking finger on the button. He's fucking ready, dude.
I just remember whenever when I was a kid, we would do, my dad worked for a construction company. They had we would do evictions. It would be the most fucked up thing in the world. Just they bring us out. We would have to just take people's stuff out of their houses, and they'd be crying, and cops would come, and the cops would just be like, "I hope something happens. I hope something happens." And I just remember it would be always the darkest shit in the world. Like we're evicting people, putting all this shit, and they're crying. They're going through the world, and they have to have a cop there during the eviction while you're doing the eviction, and the cop is just like, I hope they tweak out.
Yeah.
It's like, why would they not so I just see like maybe I'm colored by the past people I've met, but
sure.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean that is a great example of motherfuckers itching.
I just feel like, I just don't know a person who has I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough people. Maybe there are reasonable killers out there. Like, not this time.
There are. And look, last thing I'll say, besides just, I don't want to just bash liberals. It's my favorite thing to do. Am I going to deny that? No, I'm not. But like, as far as what is there to do in this situation, like I recommend everyone listen to this great interview Amy Goodman, Democracy Now! Did with a community organizer in LA who lives in an indigenous neighborhood. And one of the workplaces and communities that was targeted by these raids was an indigenous community. And he was talking about how in their neighborhood, they repelled ICE. And how did they do that? Well, they had community watches, but it was organized community patrols. And through that work of actual organization, they were able to repel ICE and save so many people that otherwise would have been kidnapped. But they did it through literally fighting back. And I think we are getting to that point where we're living in history right now. And if we want to fight back, it is possible, but it takes organization. And that was a great little glimmer of optimism that we saw in LA, where along with all the violence and brutality, we saw a success story.